Hey friends, Matrin here, and welcome to my first ever game design series in which I'll be designing a Legends expansion based on the Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion. This video will focus on my fundamental design considerations, while subsequent videos will get into specific cards by color, new gameplay mechanics, and wrapping up with an expansion trailer and reflection. Now a bit of context first. I have been an avid gamer my whole life, and my childhood dream was always to design and develop my own games. I have countless pages of world building, scripts, and maps, yet my career for the past 10 years has been in a different field. And now I'm determined to forge a career I'm truly passionate about in game design and development. So I'm starting to take online courses in coding. I'll be sharing some vignettes of game lore here on my channel and elsewhere. And I'm seeking out opportunities to learn more about game design in general, while I give my best effort here in these videos. So that said, please forgive me if I make any critical design mistakes, and feel free to share your own advice in the comments. Your support and encouragement really mean a lot to me and help me keep at it every day. Alright, let's get started with the core concepts of my design approach. First, I want to build excitement and intrigue. Oblivion is a great example of an immersive game that resonates with me long after I put the controller down. So I'll try to add immersive elements that keep players thinking about it and excited to come back. To that point, I don't want players to be half invested in the experience. Essentially, I don't want this expansion to become a rote daily grind. Rank and rewards are important, though I want to encourage thoughtful tactics and a new method of social engagement within the gameplay. Houses of Morrowind did a great job of developing house strategies, while players proudly share their allegiances on social media or with a hard-earned house card back. By nature, card games rely on some degree of RNG, which leads to both frustration and exultation. I aim to design cards and mechanics that are fun regardless of whether you win or lose. Some of the best games I've played have been losses to innovative strategies that effectively motivate me to level up my own approach. Within the new set, I want to balance cards that are clearly fun and effective at face value, while also adding cards that have more nuanced, hidden applications for more advanced players to toy around with. I consider Pokemon as a great model of a game that's as shallow or as deep as you want it to be, so that will be on my mind as well. Lastly, I want to emphasize nostalgia. Oblivion was my first Elder Scrolls experience, as I'm sure it was for a lot of other Legends players. I want to evoke the tranquility, majesty, and sense of boundless adventure that Oblivion offered me. Rest assured, we'll be discussing the Grey Fox, the Mythic Dawn, and maybe even a certain Argonian maid. Now, with these major concepts in mind, I want to start laying the groundwork with the fundamental attributes and card types within Legends. For this first expansion, I don't plan on shaking these up. I want to make sure I'm comfortable designing within this framework first, while offering you an expansion that seems feasible within the short term. I'll be building on this groundwork with both top-down and bottoms-up approaches to card design that fits the essence of Oblivion and our adventure throughout Cyrodiil. My top-down approach starts with these focus areas that broadly define the Oblivion experience for me, then drawing out critical characters or concepts that I feel have to be included as cards. An example would be the Grey Fox. He's critical to the Thieves Guild plotline and would make a great unique legendary. Then I just have to decide how he works, which leads to the bottoms-up approach. I start with the same focus areas, but draw out relevant mechanics, essentially keywords and abilities. A great example is the Slay keyword introduced in Fall of the Dark Brotherhood. I then add these mechanics to new creatures, items, supports, and actions. Going forward, I'm hoping to follow this sequence for the design series. 3 videos highlighting cards, with each of those videos covering 2 attribute colors, then 1 video on a new socially engaging game mode, and to wrap up, a fan expansion trailer and reflection on what I've learned along the way. I'll try to keep the release of this series consistent, though I'll likely be posting other content along the way. I'll also be balancing a number of personal projects in the coming weeks and months, such as my online coding courses, and those will undoubtedly require significant time investment. So thanks for hearing me out, friends, and until next time, take care, good luck, and have fun.